It is time.
Watching Galaxy Jams Reacts, and this is EJ hanging out with Mike Margarefta and also Howie Schnee of CEG. And we are here listening to music together, hanging out, and this is actually kind of a request that you'd made off of Twitter because you said you wanted to hear some Phish. So you want to hear Taste. And so we're going to hear Taste, but we're not going to hear one of the newer ones. We're going to hear one back from Clifford Ball because they just released all the Clifford Ball stuff out not too long ago. So
I was not only was I there, I was standing on stage. Well, there was a scaffolding on the on Fishman's side.
Okay.
So stage left, and that's where I was the entire weekend.
Then if you see yourself, yell and we'll stop and look at it.
Yeah, I've watched the video. I have the DVD set, and I never actually made myself out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
awesome.
But it was I was lucky to have that, that experience, and that was their most incredible festival.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. So let's check it out now. Phish Taste from Clifford Ball.
So you were like up there, but on the other side?
Up there, but not on Page's side, just opposite that.
Cause all I want is a taste for free. I'm down, and I will drag you along and around until you burst into song and unwind and leave your new life behind for a while. Cause I can't see through the lines.
They look so young.
Yeah, well done again.
Look at him. So young.
Still wearing the dress.
Down, and I will drag you along
2022.
Until you burst into song and unwind and leave your new life behind for a while. I'm out, and I will stay here alone and without someone controlled by the phone and TV. But what it's doing to me is fine. Cause I can't see through the lines. I can't see through the lines.
Awesome like polyrhythm break.
Step into space, alter my place, that someone else made. Why I have stayed into things I could be, or if I could see through fog that surround and brings me to the I can't see through the light. I can't see through the light. I can't see through the light. I can't see.
It's so weird sounding.
This part evolved a lot over
yeah.
the years.
I've always loved Page's playing on that song. It's,
Yeah, he's so quick.
Just such a good piano player, and you're right. It has evolved over the jam. Definitely has evolved over a lot of times. But I always like going back and seeing, because this is around the time that I started watching, going to see them too, and it's always nice to go back and see see these kinds of shows.
It was they were just blowing up then, and but even it was their first festival, and we didn't know. I mean, nobody knew there were going to be 60,000 people there.
Right.
And it was just them. There were no other bands.
And they were just like, this
and
is
we were
it.
like, oh, I guess the secret's out on our little band.
Yeah. I remember a friend of mine coming up. He was, it was a friend of mine. I was in radio at the time, and he came up to me. He goes, "Man, I caught this band Phish. You have to check them out." And I started listening to him. I was like, "Oh yeah, it's really cool," And then we from there on, it's just all of a sudden I just started seeing them blow up, and it was a great time.
Yeah.
One thing I really liked is that they went into this weird thing where I sometimes hear jam bands being referred to as like being firing on all cylinders. And I felt like if there was some parts of the song that I felt like if I listened to all four of them, it was like not making as much sense as if I listened to each one of them individually. That all together each of them were doing an individual thing, but when it all came together, it kind of made this like cohesive, like, forcing you to jump from one band member to the other with your attention to try and keep up with like where everything's going.
When I was talking to a friend on Friday night in Atlantic City, and in the 3.0, maybe we're in the 4.0 era now, but 3.0 era, after they came back after breaking up, and I think it was really starting around 2010 that Trey would just make up these melodies on the spot that sounded like they were a song, like that they had written already. And they continue to do that all the time, and it just kind of blows my mind that he just has these incredible ideas. I mean, I don't even know if he's thinking about them or if it's just flowing, but to have instant melody that sounds incredible is just, to this day, I mean, I've seen 180 Phish shows, and I'm still just as big a fan as I've always been. And, they just keep getting better, in my opinion.
Yeah, and his phrasing is really so on point. It just goes with the boundless, like, his inspiration is just like out of control. I mean, not even with just their music, but the whole Phish Inc., right? I mean, they're just as creative off stage as they are on stage, which I think loans to like why they're so special.
Yeah. Many, many reasons why.
Pages is going off.
Fishman's my favorite drummer.
Did Fishman just get contact lenses?
He's wearing goggles. He's so beautiful.
I just always, one of my favorite things watching them live is to watch them listen to each other. Like you can tell they're just like, okay, oh yeah.
All they're doing right now is listening. They're just listening as hard as they can. dope.
I love the end of that song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
they always have fun little endings a lot of the times. Like it sounds like there's
Beautiful.
one song that sounds like Looney Tunes. I think it's like Maze, where when they jump
Yeah,
out of it,
yeah,
they're like,
exactly.
"Du-du-du-du-du-du."
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
after being in that kind of zoned out.
Yeah, how do you
jam
step
that they do
out of
before
that?
That's like all of a sudden, boom, they just have little cues. It's awesome. They're such a great band, such a great band, and we watched actually reacted to Divided Sky from the show, and there's that moment in Divided Sky where the crowd's anticipating they're going to come back in, and they just wait and just look at the crowd, and you can tell that they're just like, wow, look at this crowd that's in front of us, they're just soaking it all in.
I was thinking about that while watching the video that those guys were, 30, early 30s.
Yeah.
60,000 people just came to see them. I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's hard to remember. I mean, how early, like how long ago they started? It was like mid 80s, right? It was or early 80s.
Yeah,
Like
like 83, 84.
Yeah, 83, 84.
They were a college band.
It's incredible, and they stayed together. And
It's the same 4 people too, which is really hard to do.
great.
Yeah. Yeah, if anything happened to any one of them, God forbid, I mean, they wouldn't go on. Like, they're just, no one is replaceable in that band.
Yeah, no, it's they're incredible. And when they took their we didn't know it was hiatus at the time. When they broke up or whatever, I was very deeply saddened. But
Yeah.
it took me a good year to get over that, and I was like, they're never coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they came back, and I was like, oh.
I love it when bands just keep going, and because it stops being about the money and it stops being about the fame, and it's all about just doing what you love and inspiring people. And, when it all comes down to it, I feel like that's what it's really all about, right?
Yeah. I think they're, especially Trey, I mean, I just think he's he'd rather be on stage than anywhere else.
Oh yeah, he's definitely probably the driver in getting them back when they did take their hiatus. I'm sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Hi, this is Mike with Galaxy Jams Reacts. We hope that you enjoyed that React video. Be sure to check out the links below of when we're going to be live streaming our next show, and also how to watch full episodes. Please hit that subscribe button. Every single one helps.